welcome to Library Storytime. So glad you could join me today. Well, we are in the season of winter, and recently we've had some snow. So I thought our theme today would be snow, and there's a lot of fun books with snow. And our craft will be a snowman, and you will be able to build a snowman. You'll have 3 circles and a big piece of black paper. And I chose black because you're going to get a piece of chalk so that you can draw the arms of your snowman. You can draw snowflakes. And then you'll have everything else to build a snowman. So I hope that you come into the Reader's Theater to get your Build a Snowman kit. Thank you so much. Well, one of my all-time favorites is Ezra Jack Keats' The Snowy Day. This is a classic, and perhaps many of you have already heard it. Maybe you have it in your own collection. You never get tired of hearing about Peter and The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. This is our big book, so let's get started. The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. Oh, look at all of that snow. It'd be fun to have that much snow, wouldn't it? One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. Here's Peter. Whoa, look at the big high mountain of snow. Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. Pointing out. And then he walked with his toes pointing in like that. Then he dragged his feet slowly, and he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. I wonder what it was. What do you think it was? You're right. It was a stick. It was a stick. A stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. But what happens when you smack a snow-covered tree with your stick? That's right. Plop! Down fell the snow, plop, on top of Peter's head. There he goes walking off. There's his footprints. He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough. Not yet. So he made a smiling snowman. He made snow angels. He pretended he was a mountain climber. He climbed up, up, up a great big tall heaping mountain of snow. Up, 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 and whew, slid all the way down. He picked up a handful of snow and another and still another, and he packed it round and firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. And Peter thought about all the adventures he had had. He thought and thought about them. And when he was through taking his nice warm bubble bath, he went to get his snowball. He wanted to look at it, but it wasn't there. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. Oh, you can see the wet spot. What happened to the snowball? The cold, cold snowball in the warm, warm house. It melted. You're right. Peter was very sad. He was very sad his snowball melted. And then he fell asleep and had a really bad dream. Guess what it was? He dreamt the sun came out and melted all the snow away. But then he woke up and he looked out the window. It was just a dream because snow was everywhere and new snow was falling. Snow was everywhere. It was just a dream. After breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall, and they went out together into, here they are, the deep, deep snow. Oh, they're going to have a great time in the deep, deep snow. The end. And that is The Snowy Day by Ezra Jack Keats. That won the Caldecott Medal for Excellence in Children's Books. The Snowy Day, and it is an excellent book. Well, let's look at a little song. It goes like this. The snow is falling down. The snow is falling down. It makes a blanket on the ground. The snow is falling down. We roll it in a ball. We roll it in a ball. We make some great big circles when we roll it in a ball. We'll make a smiley face. We'll make a smiley face. We'll add eyes, nose, and a mouth to make a smiley face. Oh, the snow is falling down. The snow is falling down. It makes a blanket on the ground. The snow is falling down. Let's look at that with some felt pieces. The snow is falling down. The snow is falling down. It makes a blanket on the ground. The snow is falling down. We'll roll it in a ball. We'll roll it in a ball. We'll make a great big circle when we roll it in a ball. We'll make a smiley face. We'll make a smiley face. We'll add eyes, nose. Most of the time we use a carrot for a nose. And a mouth. Maybe some rocks to make the eyes in the mouth. To make a smiley face. Oh, that's our snowman. Oh, the snow is falling down. The snow is falling down. It makes a blanket on the ground. The snow is falling down. Oh, it'd be nice to have enough snow for you to make a snowman. But let's look at our next story. It's, hey, Mr. Snowman. Now, in your craft kit that you'll come to the Reader's Theater to get, you'll be able to build this snowman. But look at this snowman that I saw on my walk. Can you see him? It goes like this. It's called, Hey, Mr. Snowman. I went walking through the winter wonderland and spied a frosty snowman who needed a helping hand. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you need? I need some eyes, said the snowman. Please put them on me. Okay, let's get some eyes. And we will put that, let's build us a snowman. We'll put the eyes on the snowman. Hey, Mr. Snowman, what do you see? And the snowman says, I see an orange carrot. Please put it on me. Okay, that will make a good nose. There's an orange carrot. Hey, Mr. Snowman, now what do you see? Oh, I see a purple hat. Please put it on me. Okay, I see it too. We'll put the purple hat on you. Hey, Mr. Snowman, now what do you see? Oh, this is funny. He says, I see some licorice. Will you put that on me, please? Okay, well, here's some red licorice. We can put that on you. It will be your mouth. There you go, Mr. Snowman. Red licorice would be a great thing to put on a snowman for a mouth. Okay, there's your mouth. So now, hey, Mr. Snowman, now what do you see? I see some brown sticks, said the snowman. Please put them on me. Okay, well, how about a stick here? And how about a stick here to make your arms? Sure, there you go. Let's get this over here to make your arms. There you go, Mr. Snowman. So, hey, Mr. Snowman, now what do you see? I see a green scarf, said the snowman. Please put that on me. Okay, we could put your green scarf on, Mr. Snowman. There you go. Oh, that's looking nice. You got your green scarf now. Very nice. So, Mr. Snowman, you've got your green scarf. Now, what do you see? What do you see now, Mr. Snowman? Well, I see some red mittens. Please put them on me. Okay, well, I see some red mittens too. So let's put them on the snowman. We'll put, let's see if you're there. So we'll put a mitten on you here. And we'll put a mitten on you here. There you go, Mr. Snowman. How about that? So, hey, Mr. Snowman, now what do you see? I see some black buttons. Please put them on me. Oh, okay, I see black buttons. Okay, we'll put some black buttons on you, just like that. Very nice. Hey, Mr. Snowman. Now what do you see? I see some yellow boots. Please put them on me. Okay, here's some yellow boots. Here's one. Here's one. Very nice. So you've got your yellow boots, red mittens, black buttons, green scarf, purple hat, orange nose, licorice mouth, and black eyes. Now, Mr. Snowman, hey, now what do you see? I see the coolest snowman ever. It's me. Well, you're right, Mr. Snowman. You are very cool. And that's, hey, Mr. Snowman. Very good. Yes, that's a good-looking snowman. And when you come to the Reader's Theater, you can come and pick up everything you need to build your very own snowman. Plus, you'll get some chalk to color with. So very, very nice. Our last story today is called Keep Me Warm from the Storm. Now, with the snow and the wind blowing, it can get very, very cold outside. So we must wrap up and put our mittens on and our hats and our gloves. Now, Keep Me Warm from the Storm is a story that is a variant, or it's alike the Mitten. The Mitten is a Ukrainian folk tale. This one is adapted and illustrated by Jan Brett, but it's a Ukrainian folk tale about a little boy who loses his mitten in the snow, and all the animals come and get in the mitten. Well, this story is very similar. It's a variant of the Mitten. It's called Keep Me Warm from the Storm. And I have some stick puppets to help me, and I have a nice warm red and white striped stocking hat. It's always good to keep your head covered when you go outside. Helps keep you warm, keeps the heat in. Well, this is a story about a little boy named Charlie, and it was a cold January day. Ooh, like many of our January days. And Charlie was just going home because he was so cold. He had mittens on, he had his heavy coat, had a scarf, he had his red and white striped stocking cap, but it was so cold that he was even walking backwards so that the wind wouldn't hit him in the face. He was almost home when the sharp, gusty wind blew off his red and white striped stocking cap. But he was almost home, so he just ran home, shut the door, and was glad to be safe and warm in his home. Meanwhile, that red and white striped stocking cap, it twirled, and the wind blew it along until it landed in a snowdrift. Now, who should come along but Squirrel? Squirrel had a nut in its mouth, and Squirrel was so cold his whiskers were frozen. He spotted that red and white striped stocking cap, and Squirrel said, "Oh, I think that'd be a nice home to keep me warm from the storm. I think I'll settle in there for just a little while." And so Squirrel went inside the red and white striped stocking cap, and yes, indeed, it was warm in there. Oh, he said, "I'll just settle in here for a little bit." Well, who should come along next but Raccoon? Raccoon with his black and white striped tail. His tail was so cold it was shaking. Raccoon saw that stocking cap and said, "Oh, that'd be a safe, warm place to keep me warm from the storm. I'm going in." And in went Raccoon. Raccoon said, "I'm just going to settle in that stocking cap for a little while." It was nice and toasty warm. Now Owl was flying around. He was so cold his wings were almost frozen, and he spotted that stocking cap in the snow, and he flew down and said, "Oh, I'm so cold. That sure would keep me warm from the storm. I'm coming in." And he flew into the stocking cap. It was nice and warm in there. Who should come along next but Red Fox? Oh, Red Fox's nose was frozen. He was shaking. He was so cold. He saw that stocking cap and said, "Oh, that looks nice and warm. I'm going to settle in there for a little while. That'll keep me warm from the storm." And in went Fox. Now it was getting crowded in that red and white striped stocking cap. But guess who came along next? It was Mr. Bear. It's true, Mr. Bear has a warm, warm coat, but it was so cold he was even shaking. Oh, he spotted that stocking cap and he said, "Oh, that'll keep me warm from the storm. I think I'll just settle in there and take a little nap. Move over, everyone." And everyone moved over. Well, wouldn't you move over if a bear came? Yes, certainly. Everybody scooted over to make room for the bear. And that stocking cap was so full, no other animal could possibly get inside. But another animal came. It was Little Mouse. Oh, Little Mouse's paws were so cold and his whiskers were frozen. And he was so cold he couldn't even talk. He just went into that stocking cap. It was so full. It was too full because it started to rip and rip and rip and rip, and all the animals came flying out. Why, Little Mouse came out, and Little Squirrel, and Raccoon, and Owl, and Fox, and Bear, and they all went flying through the air, bloop, and landed. Well, they didn't get hurt because they landed in the snow. And then they said, we're going to have to find a new place to keep warm. Everybody go to their own homes. Go to your den. Go to your burrow. And everybody went to their own home. Now, after the storm passed, they thought about that red and white striped stocking cap, and they never saw it again until spring came. And Mrs. Bluebird had built her nest. And the animals looked up and they said, hey, that reminds me of the red and white striped stocking hat. I think it's a piece of that stocking hat. And Bluebird said, yes, well, it's a very nice nest. It keeps my babies warm all spring long. And that's the story of Keep Me Warm from the Storm. Well, I hope you keep warm in this cold winter. And I'm so glad that we got to build the snowman and sang the snow is falling down. And I hope it snows. It's always fun to have snow and you can get out and play in it. But thank you so much for joining me today for story time. And I sure thank you. Have a great rest of your day. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.